Welcome back. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi received the visiting U.S. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan on Wednesday. The meeting tackled relations between both countries and Egypt's leading role in the Middle East, as well as a number of regional and international issues of mutual concern. It was attended by Foreign Minister Sameh Shoukry and the head of the General Intelligence, Abbas Kamel, in addition to the acting U.S. ambassador in Cairo, Nicole Champagne.
President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi received visiting U.S. National Security Advisor of the United States, Jake Sullivan, in Cairo on Wednesday. Presidential spokesperson Bassem Radi said that President al-Sisi conveyed his greetings to the U.S. President Joe Biden, expressing keenness to strengthen the two countries' strategic partnership and intensifying bilateral cooperation and coordination at different levels with the aim of restoring security and stability in the Middle East region. The meeting tackled bilateral ties, a number of regional and international issues of mutual concern, including the Palestinian cause, Ethiopia's dam, and their cooperation in the field of counter-terrorism and extremist thinking. President al-Sisi stressed that resolving the Palestinian cause, according to international references, would impose a new reality and open up broad horizons to build peace, extend bridges of trust, cooperation and development in the region. The head of state emphasized the firm Egyptian stance based on the need to strengthen the cornerstone of countries going through crises and strengthen the national institutions, ending the suffering of their peoples and maintaining the capabilities, and thus helping to fill the vacancy terrorist groups need to stretch and spread. On Ethiopia's dam, President al-Sisi stressed Egypt's firm position on the need to reach a legal agreement for the process of filling and operating the dam, with the aim of preserving Egypt's water security and fulfilling the common interests of Egypt, Sudan and Ethiopia. For his part, Sullivan conveyed U.S. President Joe Biden's greetings to the president and asserted on the importance and strength of the U.S.-Egyptian partnership. Radi said the U.S. official stressed on the significance of Egyptian-American relations, hailing Egypt's leading role in the Middle East as a major pillar of security and stability. Sullivan also affirmed Washington's aspiration to promote mutual strategic ties with Cairo in various domains during the coming stage, praising the strong Egyptian-U.S. partnership. On terrorism, he praised Egypt's efforts in this regard and agreed on the importance of pushing forward the cooperation between the two sides in this domain.
The president stressed the significance of friendly ties binding Egypt and Brazil and expressed his keenness on fostering bilateral relations in various domains, especially in the field of financial and accounting regulatory field. The president's remarks came during his meeting with the vice president of Brazil's Federal Accounting Court, Bruno Dantes. President al-Sisi reviewed Egypt's strategy to combat corruption and follow up on the government's performance, as well as provide an environment of transparency, integrity and accountability. For his part, Dantes stressed his country's aspiration to boost cooperation with Egypt in financial regulation and legal domains, as well as fighting corruption within the framework of the International Organization for Financial and Accounting Regulatory Bodies. Welcome back. The Armed Forces continues its pursuit to target terrorists. The Air Force launched a strike, killing 9 terrorists and destroying a number of hideouts, along with 2 vehicles used by terrorist elements. The Armed Forces also succeeded in killing 7 other terrorists, as well as discovering and capturing a number of explosive devices in the early morning. For its part, law enforcement forces were able to thwart an attempt to attack one of the security checkpoints, killing 7 terrorists and seizing ammunition, including heavy weapons, automatic rifles, hand grenades and wireless devices. During the security operation, an officer and 4 soldiers were martyred, while 2 others were injured. The Armed Forces affirmed its commitment to secure law and order and expressed its determination to continue combating terrorism and protecting the country's security and stability. For his part, Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli asserted that terrorist operations will never impact the country's determination to complete its construction and development process and eliminate evil powers. This came during the weekly cabinet meeting on Wednesday, which started with a minute of silence for the martyrs of terrorist attacks in West Sinai. The Prime Minister reiterated that the state is exerting utmost efforts to deal with global challenges and provide citizens with basic commodities as well as assuring industrial growth. The Premier reviewed a new strategy to encourage local and foreign investors to expand their businesses in the Egyptian market. The Ministry of Interior continues its operations to uncover financial crimes. A statement issued by the ministry revealed that it succeeded in uncovering a number of money laundering crimes, illegal foreign exchanges, fraud against citizens, as well as crimes related to forging official documents. The Egyptian Parties Coalition, which includes 40 political parties, convened at its headquarters in the presence of all the heads of member parties. The meeting, which was held under the title "The Road to National Dialogue," began with a moment of silence to mourn martyrs of the Sinai terrorist attacks. The Secretary General of the coalition thanked President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi for his initiative to invite the parties for a national dialogue. The meeting tackled many important messages, including Egypt's support for the political leadership in confronting challenges facing the state, as well as supporting the armed forces in its efforts to combat terrorism. The National Training Academy had extended an invitation for a national dialogue and assured that it will be moderated with total impartiality. The National Youth Conference, organized under the auspices of the Academy during the Egyptian Family Iftar, will coordinate with all youth and political parties to hold the dialogue and identify national priorities during the current phase so as to present the outcomes to the head of state. The Academy's mandate is to coordinate among various groups involved in the dialogue without interfering in content or subjects of discussion. According to officials, this aims to pave the way to achieve a serious, effective and inclusive dialogue of all parties and groups and meet the objectives of the political leadership as well as various political forces. Many political and youth parties praised the national dialogue and announced their participation.